Understanding contracts, a business law breakdown for startups. If you're a startup, if you're a new business, or maybe you're just not experienced with contracts, you're going to find this video. It's going to give you some of the basics and fundamentals that you need to know in order to make sure you have better contracts. I'm Shawn McBride. I'm a practicing lawyer. I work with business owners, business leaders to help achieve their business goals. I am an attorney to a lot of businesses that are growing. I review a lot of contracts, and so I want to give you some basic ideas and principles that you can use by yourself, alongside your attorney, whoever you decide to work with. These ideas will help you. Obviously, we can't give you legal advice in a forum like this, but we can give you ideas and we can help you understand better what's going on so that you can have better conversations and develop things better. So let's start with Contracts 101, which is a contract is an agreement between two or more parties who are going to exchange value, right? So that's a fundamental part of this, is that there has to be reciprocal value going both directions, something of value. Not necessarily a lot of value going both directions, but something has to be going one way, something has to be going another way, i.e. it's not a gift if we want to have a fully enforceable contract. The other thing we're looking for is there a contract formed? And generally that's an offer, an acceptance, and then of course the existence of consideration. And if you look at the case law here in Florida, they'll say the lack of a valid defense, right? So somebody wasn't defrauded, somebody wasn't a minor, those types of things. But somebody's making an offer, somebody's accepting that offer, values going both directions, and now suddenly you have a contract. Now in the commercial arena, what this usually means is a lot of discussion, and then at some point somebody puts it into an actual document, a definitive agreement. And that definitive agreement goes back and forth when both parties sign it. That's your elements of offer and acceptance. So while that's very fundamental, a lot of times we see issues with this, right? Sometimes there's gifts. People attempt to do a gift. And can you enforce a gift as a contract? Generally not, right? So gifts are going to go into a different category on enforceability, and they're not going to be enforceable as general contracts that have value going both directions. You also need to think about what's included in that exchange, right? What are the terms? And that's really where the lawyering starts to come in, is whose law governs this contract? What is the subject matter? What is each party giving? What are the reps and warranties? The reps and warranties are representations, things that you're saying are true as of the time of the contract signing. And then the warranties are things that you say are going to remain true, right? You're going to continue to comply with law, these types of things. So you have the parties, you have things going back and forth, you have representations and warranties. Usually then you have a section dealing with risk management, who picks up the losses, what happens if there's a loss from a third party. This is where the concept of indemnification and advancement comes in. Do you have to pay somebody back if something goes wrong? Do you have to potentially advance their legal fees, pay their legal fees to help them get out of a situation, particularly if it's something you caused? Then there will be some boilerplate. Where do we litigate? Can we arbitrate? Whose law governs this? And these types of things. So all of that stuff boiled together is your contract. Now these tend to be very industry specific and specific to your situation. So you're going to want to sit down and see what other people are doing in your industry, what the norms are, and then you're generally going to work within those norms to build something that really works for your business. Contracts are complex, but at the end of the day, they're very simple in that you just are exchanging value going both directions, and you make sure you start there. Then really write up what you're agreeing to. Yes, there's technicalities. Yes, there's things that your lawyer can add to it. But the business deal is who's getting what from whom and when, and then make sure that's clearly documented. If you have general questions and comments about business law, suggestions for future videos, we welcome them. Don't put anything confidential in the comments. Other people may see it, so we don't want you to lose that confidentiality. I do welcome the comments, though. We learn a lot from the comments to our videos. And I hope you consider subscribing to our channel. We've got a whole library of past videos, and we may have some future stuff that will help you as well. Thanks for tuning in today, folks.